It was inevitable that NATO's eagerness to maintain relevance in the Caucasus would once again be revealed. Guess we were right. The sanctions threats are back, and as usual, Armenia appears to be the target. Hi and welcome to a fresh new episode of the New World Order with me, Atul Mishra. Let's begin. US and European countries have poured billions of dollars in aid and weapons to the war as a bait to instigate Russia. After Sweden and Finland ditched NATO, it is that in the army general. However, the puppet king, consumed by power and fear the troubled nation of Armenia has once again found itself in the crosshairs of the European Union and the United States. According to a media report by Geopolitics, Armenia is currently attempting to evade sanctions for sending semiconductor chips and other electronic components to Russia, according to political editor Nick Powell. Reportedly, Armenia is attempting to downplay the significance of their recent surge in imports from Europe and America. However, several Western reports have estimated that nearly all of these shipments are ultimately destined for Russia, where they will be used in the production of missiles and other weapons to be deployed in the ongoing conflict in Ukraine. The information was published in the New York Times, which stressed that there is an extraordinary increase in Armenian imports of electronic components, including 8 particular sensitive categories of semiconductor chips. According to the report, one document believed to have originated from the US Bureau of Industry and Security has shed light on Armenia's recent imports. The report states that between 2021 and 2022, Armenia's imports of chips and microprocessors from the US skyrocketed by 515%, while the imports from the EU rose by 212%. The Bureau's estimates suggest that a whopping 97% of these imports were then re-exported to Russia. And so Armenia is attempting everything within its reach to convince the EU and the US that it should not face sanctions for aiding Russia in evading existing sanctions. On the rising tense situation, Economy Minister Van Kerobayan has stressed, naturally, in order to dispel concern, we are talking with our American and European partners, explaining what is the basis of trade is for various products. It is indeed quite surprising that NATO has abruptly taken aim at Armenia with its sanction measures, which could have crippling effects on the nation. It is no secret that Armenia is aligned with Russia, and during the intense Armenia-Azerbaijan conflict in 2020, Russia provided crucial support to end the crisis over Nagorno-Karabakh. On the other hand, NATO allies backed Azerbaijan in its efforts to gain control over the disputed region. However, there has been a paradigm shift in recent times, with Armenia expressing a strong willingness to repair relations and bridge the gap between the two rival nations. Armenia sent a powerful message that it intends to recognize Nagorno-Karabakh as a part of Azerbaijan in the face of rising tensions. As a result, Azerbaijan also decided to go with the flow and was prepared to disrupt the gas deal with the EU, which aimed to replace Russian gas by 2027. If this actually happens, it would represent a significant triumph for Russia, as it is solely Moscow's efforts that are easing tensions in the region. Moscow has recently declared that only trilateral agreements inked between Russia, Azerbaijan, and Armenia is the only genuine foundation for resolving the situation in Karabakh. During a media briefing in Moscow, Kremlin spokesperson Dmitry Peskov highlighted that these agreements currently represent the sole practical basis for a resolution, and that Moscow deems advancement in the execution of all provisions to be unchallenged and crucial for all parties involved. As the peace talks commence around the round table, NATO is taking drastic measures in an effort to prevent the Great Caucasian Reset. With tensions already high, President Biden and his colleagues are prepared to go to any lengths necessary to ensure the success of these negotiations. NATO is determined to ensure chaos, no matter at what cost.